Since we are talking about character death, spoiler alert for the entirety of Train to Busan. Train to Busan is a 2016 South Korean action horror movie about a train overrun by zombies. While dealing with the undead, the survivors on board are gradually driven apart by fear and panic. Being a zombie film, death is a constant, and I'm not talking about cannon fodders, I'm talking about character deaths. People with personalities and motivations, people we, as the audience, cared about. K-horror has a knack for killing. In good K-horror films, death is impactful and emotional. But even in films that I don't think highly of, the kills are still meaningful, sometimes used as social commentary. On killing characters, Train to Busan is a great case study. The deaths are not only touching, they are also poignant, leaving you with a lot of emotions and a lot to think about. And with sequel, Peninsula came out recently, I figure it's a good time to do a dissection. No pun intended. Let's go through the film from the perspective of three major characters and see why deaths are so poignant in this film. All aboard. Let's start from the beginning. Our protagonist is a newly divorced father and a successful and ruthless fund manager.
관련 종목 뽑아서 전부 던져.
After failing to come home early to celebrate his daughter's birthday, he agrees to bring her to Busan to celebrate with her mother for once. And what do you know? A zombie appears and chaos ensues. Desperate to save his daughter, he closes the door right in front of other survivors, locking them away with other zombies. We see the father's business philosophy carries over to his day-to-day action.
지금 같은 때는 자기 자신이 제일 우선이야. 알았어?
Apathy is his defining flaw, and if you watch enough movies, you know he has to overcome it by the end of the film. We also meet two other characters. We meet the husband,
만져봐.
a full-time loving father-to-be, part-time zombie-punching badass. He is a gentle giant, someone who goes out of his way to save others. He is written to be loved by the audience, a flawless character. We also meet the selfish man, who insults a homeless man the first time we see him.
너 공부 열심히 안 하면 나중에 좋아질 시험 된다.
He has no manner whatsoever. He would selfishly demand the train to leave before all survivors are aboard. Opposite to the husband, the selfish man is designed to be hated. He has no redeeming qualities. Every bit of him oozes this disgusting entitlement. Now we have the characters. Let's kill them. Let's start with the husband. His interactions with our protagonists occur in three major sequences. First, when the horde of zombies first attacked, he is the last to escape, too busy protecting his pregnant wife. With the undead hot on his trail, our protagonist shut the door right in front of him, fearing the zombie may come through.
사람이 뛰어오는데 코앞에서 문을 닫아? 돌았냐 이 새끼야?
말 조심해요. 당신만 위험했던 거 아니니까.
Yet despite the grudge he holds, he still saved the protagonist's life in their second major interaction. In this sequence, the passengers arrive at a train station where the army is supposed to be there to help escort them. As everyone scrambles to run away, our hero is the last to escape this time. What did our big guy husband do? He holds the door until the very last second for him. Kind and strong. The husband character is what we usually want to be in a horror film. Someone who loves his wife so much, his first reaction when seeing a zombie is to stand in front of her. Someone who can elbow a zombie.
뭐야 그 눈빛은? 말이 좀 멋있냐? 어?
He does sound cool, but he is more than just a wish fulfillment character. Throughout the film, we interact with the husband through the eyes of the protagonist's daughter. She comes from a divorced family, while he is deeply in love with his wife. She is disappointed at her father for being apathetic to others, while the husband would risk his life to do the right thing. In many ways, he is the kind of father the daughter wanted, and by proxy, the version of hero we desired. We aspire to be this character, both in real life and in universe. As if that's not lovable enough, the film has one more trick up its sleeve. Usually in zombie movies, the base tone is usually either dead serious or straight up satire. For the most part, Train to Busan is a fairly serious movie, but in the very major interactions between the husband and our hero, it temporarily lightens up and becomes a thrilling action movie. After the train station incident, everyone runs back to the train. Our hero's daughter and the pregnant wife are stuck on the other side of the train. To rescue them, the man decided to fight their way through the zombies. It's unexpected but satisfying. For a moment, it ceases to be a horror film. These characters feel invincible. True to his character, it is a fantasy fulfillment. But the film pulls a sneaky on us. Just as we are getting used to seeing them being indestructible, tragedy strikes. As they return to the other survivors, in fear, these survivors lock the door. They could have easily made it, but on the other end, the others refuse to budge. With no choice, the husband blocks the zombies with his own body, sacrificing himself for his wife, his unborn daughter, and the new friends he made. His death is a big, tragic moment. Even if you see it coming, which most of us probably do, it is still impactful, because the film, in more ways than one, crafted a character that we love. It then sends this character to the highest of high before crashing back down for a dramatic end. And because we care about the character, we can't help but be emotional. The death becomes unforgettable. But that's not the only way to write a good death. On the opposite end of the spectrum, death can be satisfying. Let's talk about The Selfish Man, a man so unlikable he will get your blood boiling. Aside from his general rude and self-centered behavior, every move he makes is made out of a selfish desire. When the first wave of zombie attacks, he is the first one to yell, during the train station incident, he is the first one to tell the operators to leave without everyone on board. But most importantly, he is directly responsible for the death of the husband character, personally holding the door shut, refusing to let our heroes in. The selfish man is as unlikable as the husband is lovable. As such, his inevitable and predictable death feels satisfying and stress-relieving. But there is more to this character's unlikability than simply making him the asshole. If you are in this selfish man's position, would you trust the protagonist? Trust that they fought through train carts full of zombies completely unharmed? I don't know if I would. That's the thing about him. His actions may be rude and unpleasant, but his logic on some level is sound. It makes sense to us, and that's not a good feeling to have, to find yourself agreeing with the utter asshole. It forces us to confront ourselves, and that is a deeply disturbing feeling for most people, to find out that we might be the bad guys. At the end, after directly and indirectly killing multiple people just for his own survival, karma finally caught up, and as expected, he turned. But he's not done yet. To talk about his death, we need to talk about the one who killed him, the father. If you have not seen Train to Busan, this is where you need to shut off this video and go watch this film. There are still great moments that I did not spoil, including the ending. Spoiler alert, the father dies. In his scuffle with the zombified selfish man, he is bitten. To protect his daughter, he leaves his daughter to the pregnant wife and jumps off the train. As previously stated, the protagonist's biggest flaw is his apathy. At first, with some convincing from the selfish man, he is willing to shut the door and leave the others to die. He even makes a special arrangement with the army to escort him and his daughter to safety, an opportunity he's not willing to share with other survivors.
아빠는 자기밖에 몰라. 그러니까 엄마도 떠난 거잖아요.
That begins to change, however, when the husband repays him with kindness. The husband character risks his life to save him. He then repays the favor by offering a hand, helping him get on the train. See how the husband and the selfish man influence the action of the protagonist. They are like the angel and the devil on his shoulder, steering him between selfishness and selflessness. Or if you prefer Sigmund Freud, they are his id and superego. The husband is the ideal superego, what the father should have strived to be, a type of father the daughter wanted. And the selfish man is who the father will become if he fully surrenders himself to his apathy. Someone we and the protagonist are scared of agreeing with. So, watching the husband being killed by the selfish man, the father is essentially witnessing the death of his virtue, killed by his own sin. And so, in the final climax, when he tosses the zombified selfish man off the train, it really is the moment he abandons his apathy, the moment he overcomes his flaw. We know that because he sacrifices himself to save not his daughter. The man was attacking the pregnant wife. He sacrificed himself for a stranger, the same way the husband did. Death can be emotional. Death can be satisfying. But most importantly, death can be meaningful. As the father is ready to jump off the train, the last thing he remembers is the feeling of holding his daughter. He smiles in the face of death, knowing that he truly does love his daughter. All too often, death in movies rings hollow. It is used as nothing more but a cheap trick to incite an emotion. But more often than not, it only incites boredom. Death alone means nothing if you don't care about the characters. Then death is about as impactful as reading the obituary of a complete stranger. If Train to Busan teaches us anything, it's that the characters are what makes death feel emotional. They need to feel real, with personalities and motivations. They interact and affect each other. How can a character die if they don't feel alive to begin with?